Let's see here. Alright, so I went ahead and started the stream. Just going to have to be patient with us here, folks. James had to make a run to the bathroom. He should be back here any moment. I'm going to be here with Wilkari as well. We're going to be doing a noob stream. We're going to be showing my friend James, aka Jimcdr, how to play from the depths. As soon as he's done making a sacrifice to Onan the porcelain god. Oh,
And
there he is.
Welcome back, Jim.
Yeah, I went ahead and started things up on my end. Are you ready to go?
I think so. I connected to Lakari's server.
Yeah, for some strange reason, when we tried to connect to Dama, there was a connection issue. But when he connected to me, there was nothing.
Pretty much, yeah.
Huh.
But the lag doesn't seem too bad, so I think we'll be alright.
Yeah. So let's get started.
Yeah, go ahead and start us up, please, little Kari. So while we're loading this up, James, how about you share with us a few things that you want us to show you how to do here?
Everything.
Could you be more vague?
I don't know if I could. I could definitely try. Something.
Yeah, I guess something would be a bit more vague, yeah. Anyway, I think you gave me like a list of 4 things that you want to try to go for.
Uh-huh.
One of them, if I could find... There we go. Basic shipbuilding, open ship files, and import. And you said that you want to have some ships fight it out, and if time allows, to build an airplane.
Sounds about right to me.
Did I leave anything out?
That sounds good.
Okay. Well, I imagine we're going to be going off the assumption here that you've already done the tutorial, correct?
About halfway through.
Okay, so, but you understand that moving around from the depths is basically like any first-person shooter, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, how about we start off with a boat? Sound good?
Sounds good.
Okay.
Actually, I was thinking ritual of sacrificing the starter raft first.
Oh, yeah. We need to do that. That's always fun. I'm going to get us a platform here. Now, just about everyone in this game, they have something like this to build their shit on. I use this mostly for like building turrets and things like that. I can send you the file later if you want. But it has a pretty vast power supply, and it's got a pretty good chunk of ammo to work with too. So,
Yep.
anyway. So, I'm assuming you know what drag is, right?
Yes.
Okay. For those of you out there who are watching this, drag is basically, well, a drag, quite literally.
Resistance.
Yes, it is. Think of it this way: is it easier to get a knife through the water, or is it easier to get like a big block of something
Yes.
through the water? It's probably something to get something a little more thinner, something that's going to, yeah. It looks like Lokari's already off and running with something done here. But yeah,
Mostly just get a platform up and running.
there you go.
Yeah, this game likes to
If you want, you
sides
could
to
use
go.
that tractor beam up there to pull it up out of the water if you like. I think I have it set to 90 degrees, so you might want to, yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
There
for
we
people
go.
wondering, in multiplayer, if your construction is 20 blocks or less, it starts to self-destruct.
Yeah, it's kind of a pain in the ass. So you need to kind of get something like up and running pretty quick in multiplayer. Of course, you don't have that kind of restriction in a single player game. You can just kind of do whatever you want in the build mode. Alright, so are we wanting to build a ship off of what you got here, little Kari, or?
Sure.
Okay. Might want to. Where's the front of this thing? Okay, I see what you're doing now. But yeah, one of the first things that you want to know about building ships in this is how to reduce resistance of the water on it, because that means your propulsion is going to work a lot more efficiently, and you'll be able to move faster, which is also another good side effect. So far, so good.
Uh-huh.
And how big is this you got here, Lokari?
I just was spamming blocks to get the multiplayer
60
countdown
meter?
to stop.
Yeah, that would work. 60 meters is okay. Also, another thing that you got to take into account when you're building a ship, at least until you can figure out how PIDs work, is the buoyancy of your ship. I say PID because if your ship doesn't float, you could always use some PID fuckery to make it float for you, which basically involves a bunch of stuff that I'd rather not get into here right now because it's going to add a bunch of complication we don't necessarily need right now.
And
Sure.
for those who want to know, the best way to figure out a PID system is to literally just screw around with it.
Yeah, he's not far off the mark there. So yeah, you guys kind of see how little Kari is starting off here with a tapered front. And just going to kind of gradually work it out wider and wider. And from the depths, when you go to start these, you usually want to go with the most narrow slopes possible to try to reduce drag as much as you can. Of course, in all instances, that isn't always going to be practical, so you just got to kind of play it by ear.
Yeah.
But back to what I was saying about buoyancy, that is one of the most important parts of building a ship. Because, well, if your ship doesn't have buoyancy, it's just not going to float, and then you're going to have to rely on PIDs, and that's going to need engine power. And like I said, it's a can of worms I don't necessarily want to open right now. So one of the things that you want to look at before you start building your ship is what kind of material you want to make it out of. Right now, Lilkari is using metal, which is often a pretty popular material for a lot of people. Personally, I prefer using alloy. It's got a lot of hit points and pretty decent armor value versus metal.
Yeah, I just have the 4 main blocks of metal, just as 1, 2, 3, 4 on my hotbar.
Okay, fair enough. But metal is a bit more damage resistant, so it does have that going for it. And you can make metal float, but well, we'll show you how to do that here. Do you want to just do like a fill command on the insides here?
Yeah, sure.
So after you kind of have a outline here of the shape, you can just select a certain size of beam, move the build cursor to the inside, hit F, and it'll automatically fill it for you. It's actually really, really handy. But it can generate tons and tons of in-game lag too.
Yeah. Especially if you're not really paying attention to what you're filling in.
Mm-hmm. James, how about you start one off here? See if we could walk you through it a bit. I'd recommend going with wood here first.
And anyone's curious, lightweight alloy is actually extremely floative.
Yeah. Lightweight alloy is probably one of my favorite building materials because of that property alone. That and it's radar resistant.
Surprisingly.
Hmm?
Surprisingly, it's radar resistant, despite being fact it's made of metal and such.
Yeah. Anyway, James, where'd you go?
I'm on the platform.
Okay. Have you tried to build anything in this before?
Nope.
Okay. So what you'll need you to do is hit B, and you'll see a green block, or not. Look down at the fortress itself, and then hit B, and you'll see a green block on there.
Oh, yeah, I do.
Okay, so now what you want to do is you hit E, and you scroll down to where it says New Blueprint. Go ahead and click that. And then once you're in there, hit Vehicle. Hey, Existence and Modded Mad Deuce, how you guys doing? And then you want to move that block all the way off the platform. Probably give yourself a good 30-40 meters. And then just click the mouse button. And that'll be the first block of your vehicle. There you go. Now you can start building off of that. So
And
hit E, and then go into blocks. It's all the way at the top. And you want to go under wood. I think you're, yeah. Did you accidentally cancel it out?
I think so.
Okay, that's no big deal. Try it again. Let me know when you're ready.
I would say more lines of the countdown. You didn't have enough blocks on your ship.
That is true.
Which is very annoying, actually.
Yeah, after you get that first block done, just add a bunch of beams to it, and I'll tell you what to do from there. Or I could just help you out here. That should do for now, right?
Okay.
That's just to keep it from despawning. But I almost never use the original block for any of these, so don't be too worried about it. Are you still building on the same structure?
Yeah.
Okay, so what kind of block do you have equipped right now? Is it just the 1x1?
Yeah.
Okay, so you'll need to hit E, go into blocks, go under wood, and go ahead and grab the beam 4 meter. And you should be able to place the 4-meter beams instead. That's basically how you'd go from one block type to another. Madam Modus is asking who is with us today. My real life friend James is here, and Lil Kari, our buddy from Colorado. Say hello, Lil Kari.
Hello?
Okay, so you notice how it kind of flipped over there?
Yeah.
Yeah, you made it top heavy by adding a second layer of wood there, but if you hit the caps lock key, there you go.
Oh.
It'll hold it still for you while you build on it. Very handy. Okay, so what we want to try to do is see if we can't make a ship out of this beam.
Okay.
So, under your build menu, hit E so you can pull up all the blocks again.
Okay.
Try grabbing an inverted 4-meter and place it on the other side of this. Do you know how to rotate this stuff?
I did. I just don't remember how.
You hold down Tab, and it'll actually tell you which key does what. You'll see like 3 circles. A and D go left and right. W and S up and down, and Q and E turns to the left and right. Make sense? There you go. You got it. Okay, so now I'm going to show you something called the mirror mode. So hold your block like right in the middle of the beam that you built earlier, and hit the N key, and you'll see a sparkly blue line that goes down the center of the beam that you made. You see it?
Ooh. Magical.
Yes. This is something a lot of people forget to add, even myself sometimes.
Yeah.
Yes, James is my real life friend. We've actually been on several vacations together. Our wives are best friends as well. Which I'm still wondering how the hell she puts up with me, but thank God she does. Anyway, so there's also another thing that I could show you to make this run a little easier. If you hit the Backspace key, you can just start building stuff like all over the place. See what I mean? And you'll see that they're purple. That means that they're not connected to the main body of the ship. So if I were to put those back in and hit, I think you just saw what I was about to say. So you put a few of these down and you hit Backspace again, reactivate the connection checks, and that stuff will fall off. So I'm sure you can see how that'd be kind of useful if you had like something big that you kind of wanted to cut out. I'm just going to pull that off of here. There you go. I think he's getting it. I think the ones that you got up a little higher are a little off, though.
How did I delete them?
You move your cursor over the top of them and either right or left click. Like that. Did you get it? There you go. I think you're getting it. Hello, Kate. Glad you can make it. Alright, so now what we want to do is try to make this a little wider. So one of the reasons why I wanted to show you how to use the Backspace key is so we could do something like this. And this is how you can add some width to your ship. Used to be you couldn't do that. In older versions you didn't have the option where you could just place a block and have it floating out in the middle of nowhere like that. And I'm just going to widen up the bottom a little bit. Maybe take a little bit off the top. There. Okay, you want to try adding some more girth to this thing?
Sure.
While you're tinkering with that, I'm going to have a look at what Lakari's doing over here. I think that's a pretty good looking hole you got started there.
Me or Jim?
I was talking about yours.
Oh, thank you.
You think you could go in the options and make it to where it's daylight out again there?
Garbage. Where was it again?
I think it's somewhere in the options.
Yeah, I'm in the current options. I'm trying to figure out where it is, though.
I don't know if I'd be able to even look at it on my end here. Go to environment. There should be a...
Yeah, I have constant weather and constant time on, so...
Okay. Alright, so it looks like you made this a little bit wider, James. Have any questions so far?
Not yet.
Okay. So let's see if we could put a nice sharp bow on the front of this. There's going to be a few blocks that you might not be familiar with. The one you're looking for is the wedge back 4 meter. That's completely up to James. If he wants to do some more of these noob streams, I'm completely fine with it. Madus is asking, do we plan on continue doing community streams? But as long as he's down for it, I guess I am too.
Same here.
Did you find the block I was telling you about there? Oh, there you go. Needs to go on the other side, or like right where I just put that beam right there. There you go. Flip it upside down.
I see.
Yeah. Flip it around. You got this. There you go. And this is how we get a nice pointy bow without losing a bunch of drag. I just grabbing the front of the wedge or the front of the ship there for you. Don't necessarily have to do it that way. I just do it to reduce drag. But if you want to try putting it on yourself, go right on ahead. I'm trying not to take this too far out of your hands here. By the way, Control Z is a thing if you happen to do something you don't like.
Okay.
Yep. And this wasn't a thing in previous versions of From Depths.
Oddly enough, it's a fairly recent addition to From the Depths.
Yeah. Unless that's what the developers were thinking.
What block did you use to fill that?
I used a triangle corner 4 meter. The front of it, I just used like a 2 meter wedge. or a 2-meter front wedge. It takes a little while to navigate that UI, so take your time. We're in no rush. Get the one that says front, so it's more pointed. It should look like that. There you go. That's a it's a little bit sharper than I prefer, but that's fine. You can do it with that. Okay, so do you want to put the sides on the that back wedge that you just put in earlier?
Yeah.
So let me show you another real quick thing. If you move your cursor on top of one of these wood triangle corners and hit R, you'll reselect that block, and then you can just put it back on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it makes it really handy if so that way you're not constantly having to go back out to the menu, if that makes sense.
Right.
So now we're going to add some sides to this thing. Can you put another one of those 4-meter long triangle pieces right about here on the side? Like down on the side. There you go. Okay, so you want to go back into your menu again and go for the beam slope 4-meter. It'll be down in the bottom left corner. Oh, hi, Cyan Dog. I haven't seen you in a while, bud. Yeah, my Deuce, if you want some time, we could probably have you in on one of these. I wouldn't mind. I think he's actually been on some of these builds before, has he not, Bello Curry?
I'm not actually sure.
I think he has. Anywho, did you find the block I was telling you about there, James?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and put those down the sides. There you go. Go to the end. That'll do. Okay, so now we're going to put some sides on this ship. Basically, just like building a wall. You could just go up like this. Try doing that. There you go. Now let me show you the fast way to do it. You just build up a little ways like this. Make sure that all connects. Then you move your cursor inside of this hollow area here and you press F.
Oh, neat.
Pretty cool, right? That's actually been around for quite some time. Oddly enough. Okay, so let's try doing some more work here on the bow. Grab your other 4-meter slope. It's going to be just to the top and right of the last 4-meter slope you grabbed.
Okay.
And yeah, just build up the sides of the bow like this. And just keep going forward with that until you get to the very end. Now the fill command won't work on these, at least not this way. It has to be blocks that are directly adjacent. So what are you thinking so far?
Neat.
You might want to grab a 4-meter wedge for that.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, it's like right next to the 4-meter pole. And then you just come straight up with it. If you don't mind, I'm going to start building up the sides on this while you're getting that front put on there.
Now those angles, they're watertight, right?
Kinda, sorta. I'll explain that here in a little bit. Hulls in From the Depths are kind of watertight and they're kind of not. I say that because there is a special block that you need to pump out all the water with. It's literally just called an air pump. I'm just going to slap a rear end on the back of this. There we go. Alright, so let's try beefing up the sides just a little bit. So go back into your build menu and see if you can find the square corner 4-meter just so you know, it'll look like this.
Got it.
And you want to try putting about right there where I just placed those blocks. Do I need to show you again?
Nope.
Okay.
Like that?
Other way.
What do you mean other way? Like, rotate it?
Yeah. It needs to be rotated. Usually if I find I grabbed the wrong one, I just slap it on the other side because mirror mode will copy it over anyway. There you go. Well, not quite. There! Now you got it. Okay. So I'm just going to go ahead and bring this down this way. I'm going to have you try using that fill command here in a sec. Alright, so you see that hollow area that I have in the sides? On the left and right side of the hull?
Yeah.
Go ahead and get your 4-meter beam.
Okay.
And just set the cursor inside the hole and then hit F. And there you go, your first fill command.
Woohoo.
So you could probably go ahead and drop this down in the water if you want. It should float just fine since it's made out of wood.
And wood has a habit in this game of being relatively floating.
Yes. Right now you got a little bit too much buoyancy. So do you know what a keel is?
Something that goes underneath the ship.
Basically what it does is it lowers the center mass of the ship and it makes the ship more stable by bringing it a little further down in the water. So to do this we're going to have to try replacing some blocks. So go back out into your blocks menu again. Do you remember how to get there?
Yeah. Use lead?
Yes, go ahead and grab lead. Depending on how much action you want to see or want this thing to see, you would probably want to do it in heavy armor, but we're just doing this for demonstration purposes, so you could go ahead with lead. You can use prime movements to show how to stack armor and... Yeah, we're going to be getting to that after a while. We're just trying to show the very basics here. Okay, so you got your... Oh, okay, good. You figured it out already. So you just went down the center and you replaced all those lead beams. Very good.
I'm smarter than the average bear.
Okay, so you kind of see how there's a little bit of water on the inside of it?
Just a little bit.
Yeah. So
At least 1 gallon.
Mm-hmm. So you go into the build menu again. You click on water. It'll be right below blocks. And you grab an air pump. And you just plop one down anywhere inside the hole there. There you go. See where how the water all disappeared? Or most of it anyway. I think you have it turned where it's not directly connected to the ship there. If it shows up in purple like that, it means it's not connected correctly. Try flipping it other way around. Kind of like this. There you go. Okay, you can plop it back down in the water there. And that'll pump all the water out. You're probably going to see some water on the inside of this. That's just how the graphics work in this game, but the water should all be pumped out, at least as far as the game's concerned. Okay, so I think we got to try putting some propulsion on the back end of this.
Sounds good.
So go back into the water menu. And we want to grab a couple of the huge propellers. It doesn't matter if they got the circular or the square ends. Now, before you place any of those, have a look in your ship there, and you should see like a little green weight, like right in the middle. Have you found it?
A green weight?
Yeah, it looks like a weight. It'll have the letters on it, KG.
I'm not seeing that.
Let me try something here real quick. I'm going to send you a screenshot of what it looks like. See what I mean?
I think I'm looking at the wrong thing. Yeah, I don't see it on your screenshot either.
Really? Let me try something else then here.
I see mass.
Okay, I'm streaming this on the Discord so you can see what I'm seeing. And yeah, where you see that the little blue bubble that says mass, that's your center of mass.
Oh, I see it now.
Yeah, that's your best friend when it comes to building stuff. You got to know where it's at. So before we could put any propulsion on, I'm going to add a little more weight to the bottom of this because we need this ship to go down a little ways. And I forgot the mirror mode on. There we go. Yeah, it's going to need like a whole mess of lead. Okay. So right now the center of mass is going to be like... That's kind of a pain in the ass. It's between two blocks. We could probably get a little bit lower. Let me try see if I can do that. Usually you want to try to get that center of mass very, very low.
Not so low that the ship is tilting over.
Yeah. If that's happening, then you got a bigger problem. Okay. So, if you're having a hard time trying to see the center of mass now, it's because I moved it down by putting a bunch of weight on the bottom of this. If you hit Shift P 4 times, it should show you where it's at.
Cool.
That makes all the blocks disappear. Well, structural blocks is the only thing that's going to remove. But anything like engines, weapons, stuff like that, those are still going to show up. But that just strips all the structural blocks in case you need to see something on the inside. But right now, that center mass, it's sitting right inside one of those lead beams that we placed earlier. Now, when you go to add propulsion, you want to have that in line with the center of mass. But just for funsies' sake, I'm going to go and put in just like a temporary engine in this thing. Just so we can demonstrate this. Let's see here. Fuel engine. Okay. I'm just going to go ahead and plop down a chair and a vehicle controller. Alright, so now that we know where the center of mass is at, just going to do the Shift P thing here again. See that it's down here. And I'm just going to bring this cursor all the way back. Bring structural blocks back in so I can see what the hell I'm doing. And then I'm going to slap on a couple of these big propellers. Alright. I'm going to put Rambot in this chair here so I can show you guys something here real quick. And here we go.
Whee!
Yeah, it's actually getting somewhat decent speed. For its size, anyway.
Yeah.
But that's what happens when you have the propulsion correctly in line with the center of mass. So I'm going to pull this up out of the water and show you what it's going to be like when it isn't in line with the center of mass. First, we're going to try with the propellers too high. You kind of see on the back of it how the propellers kind of bob up and down out of the water, and it doesn't maintain a consistent speed very well. It keeps wanting to bounce between like 15 and 17 meters a second.
Correct.
Okay. That's because we have it way, way too high. And it's going to keep bobbing up and down like that. So now we're going to see what happens when you put it too low. And everyone in From the Depths has done this building their first boat. Everyone.
Okay, I want to see this.
Actually, I think we got kind of lucky here because I went and put such a thick keel on this thing that front nose doesn't want to come up. But it doesn't quite have a lot of engine power. Let me try putting a couple more engines on this, see if I can make it do it.
There's actually an easy way of doing that.
What?
Dama.
What?
Add alloy to the front.
I just needs more power. Now you see how the front end of the ship is lifting up out of the water now?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's because we got the propellers too low.
Yep.
If you don't have like a bunch of weight to keep it down like it was earlier, you can actually flip this over.
Or in my case, have it perform the ballerina.
Yes, where it just like skips across the water. I'm going to get a docking station so we can pull that on back. But yeah, you always want to be mindful where that center of mass is. There's actually a lot of people who play this game that don't even bother with putting their propulsion on until the very end of their build, so they'll know exactly where the center of mass is going to be when they're done. If that makes sense.
Or there's some people out there that are so confident in their building that they are actually building the propulsion right now.
Where's the ship at? Is it not pulling?
It's sail.
I thought I grabbed it with the thing here. Oh, that's why. I haven't activated the tractor beam. Okay. So, I don't know if you went over boat controls, but, well, see if you can get your Rambot there in the chair that I put in the ship there. What is the most OP mod in From the Depths? Having another version of From the Depths, I think, would be the most OP mod.
Yes.
Well, Kari knows what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a noob question. How do I do that?
Do what? Change the... What are you talking about?
I get my little guy in the ship.
Oh, that's
Hold
easy.
Q.
Yeah, you got to hold... There's two ways you can do it. You can either move your cursor or your camera right on top of it and hit Q. Or you can look at the vessel itself and hold down Q. And you'll see a little menu come up when you release Q, and there will be a thing that says warp. You click on that, and it'll spawn a Rambot right in that chair for you.
I might be missing something.
What do you mean?
I'm looking at a prop. Or a propeller. Oh, never mind. I figured it out.
For some reason, the okay, there it goes. Finally, there was some lag there with the docking station. Anyway, are you able to get your guy in the chair?
Yeah, how do I switch out of the edit mode again?
E.
Anyway, I'm going to move those propellers back to the correct position while you're messing with that. It's also the same thing when you're going to place your rudder. You want to make it sure that's in line with the center of mass as well. Were you able to get in the chair? There you go. Alright, I'm going to drop it down in the water. Unless you have a caps lock. I think you got a caps lock, James. You all good?
Did I get it?
No, we're still hovering. Go back into build mode real quick and hit caps lock and it should drop it down.
I did.
Well, Kari, do you have it in caps lock?
I'm not.
Oh,
I'm
wait.
currently on my ship.
My dumbass just forgot that. Yeah,
Direction beam, huh?
tractor beam. And now it's not dropping.
Because it wasn't
There it
caps lock.
goes.
Now it's not.
Okay, good. Sorry about that. Anyway, up in the top left corner, you will see some hotkeys up there. That's how you'll control the ship. Pretty simple, right?
Yeah.
Actually moving along at a pretty good clip there. 25 meters a second. That's just a little over 50 miles an hour. That'd be like, what, about 52, 53 miles an hour, little Kari?
No.
You sure?
I'm not sure, actually.
I think I think it's like 2.2 is, or 1 to 2.2 is the ratio when you're going from meters per second to miles per hour. But anyway, yeah, it's moving pretty smoothly for you. So let's try something different here real quick. Hit U and...
Yeah, 55.
Okay. Hit U and J at the same time and you'll come to a stop. Alright. Now drive it around a little bit. Try to make some turns. You see how it's kind of leaning to the side there?
Yeah.
That's because I moved the rudder. Now, as you can imagine, if you can flip a ship this way.
Yeah, oh, definitely.
So I'm going to try putting the rudder a little bit lower. Like, probably too low, just for demonstration purposes here. Alright, now try it. Try to make a really tight turn. Doesn't matter which way. You see how it's leaning real hard?
Yeah.
That's another reason why you want a low center of mass too. It'll help control that leaning a little bit.
Do that, actually.
Not bad for our first ship. So I'm going to put this back in its regular position here, and we can go ahead and take that off. You can also have more than one rudder if you want. Which the more rudders you have, the faster you can turn. Yes, Doug, I am vaguely aware of reassembly. I think Lather explains that a bit. So,
Yeah, he certainly.
oh, go ahead, Lokar. I didn't mean to interrupt you there.
Yeah, he does.
That's more of a 2D game, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, so you want to try making another boat all by yourself? See if you can do that?
Sure.
Okay. Well, I showed you the basics, so let's see what you come up with. Do you want me to bring this back to the platform for you?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
I'll see soon. It's time to experiment what I can get away with.
Oh, what you working on?
Well, if you go down to the engine area, you probably understand what I mean by get away with.
Do you have some kind of crazy steam engine in there?
Somewhat.
Yeah,
Hopefully
looks
it works.
like it. I don't think I've seen one in this configuration before. Interesting.
Because I'm just trying to save on space.
Yeah, I might have to steal this from you at some point. I haven't thought to do it this way. I usually have the pistons going straight up and down.
We'll have space. The way I have the deck, that is.
So, is this supposed to be like a Corvette or what?
Yep. Yeah, Corvette.
Yeah, it seems about the right size. Anyway, where'd you go, James?
On the platform?
Oh, okay. Yeah, go ahead and start another one. It's about to despawn. It's like too few blocks alive.
Oops.
Yeah. You are the weakest link. Goodbye. Do you want me to just start you one?
Oh, I get it.
Okay. We could probably do that at some point, Deuce. Kind of weird calling you that because that's the same name as my cat. I was actually going to be covering PID in one of my Quickies with Dama episodes. I do believe I have a airship tutorial in my aircraft building series. I think the information in that's still relevant if you want to look at it. Actually, I could probably just pop out and get you a link to that here real quick. Let's see here. How you doing there, James? Let me know if you got any questions. But honestly, Deuce, if okay, I was gonna say there. Honestly, if you could build a helicopter, you could probably make an airship work. It uses pretty much the same principles.
There we go. After using steam pistons, actually gets the speed up.
Oh, let me see what you got. $36, not bad. Oh, it's like hovering around 35-ish. Yeah, hitting almost 40. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I'm also turning.
Yeah, I don't know why, but in front of the depths, it's like you go faster when you make turns. It's weird like that.
We need to make the back slightly bit heavier, or put pitch control in.
All right. So there's a link to doing a Daddy Blade airship there, and let's see here. There's one for a helicopter too. But the airships and helicopters are built almost exactly the same way. I might have just accidentally given you the same one, but actually, let me just give you a link to the whole series. That might be easier. We'll do that. No, that's not what I wanted. Oh, okay. That'll do then. Oh, you're building it out of glass. Okay. It's going to be kind of hard to see it, though. Was that low, Curry?
Let's be honest here, that's not the first block I've used.
You're skipping a bit.
Yeah, because it's my propellers. I'm trying to get the pitch to be stable.
Got to put him down a little ways.
Yeah.
James, you need any help there? Y'all good?
Good so far.
Okay. Okay. Oh, let's see here.
Well, I certainly am going to break the world speed record like this, considering the ship's now at a 45-degree angle.
Try that one, Deuce. Or Mason, sorry. You know, I got a torpedo boat that does about 50 meters a second now. If I could find it. There we go. Existence was giving me a little shit for this thing because it looks like a little tugboat. But damned if it ain't fast.
So how would I scrap the ship I'm working on and start over?
Well, if this were a regular designer, I'd just tell you to restart the designer, but you'd have to delete that block by block. I could do it for you if you want. If you want to try starting another one.
Okay.
But you'll probably want to use something that you can see a little bit better, like...
Yeah, figured it out real quick.
Of course, you can always paint this stuff to have it different colors so you can see it better, but yeah. I love this little thing. It's just so damn fast. It's got some nasty frag torpedoes. And that's how I did the engine for this thing. I thought you guys might wanted to see real quick. A lot of people seem to have a hard time wrapping their heads around doing the steam stuff.
Yeah. There we go.
That's better, James. Little phallic, though, don't you think? It does look like a toy boat in all fairness, Existence, but it's fast. Quick tip on using the heavy armor there, James. While It's got a lot of the same properties as lead as far as weight, but other than that, it's just harder to destroy, and you don't necessarily want to build a ship out of it because it's just going to sink because it's not going to have enough buoyancy. So just giving you a heads up on that.
Oh, okay.
Alloy's a good way to start. Also, in front of the depths, you usually want to try to go with the biggest blocks that you can. Mostly that's because it helps with computer issues. It's less things for it to keep track of, if that makes sense at all.
Yeah.
Oh my god, the boat in the background? Yeah, the one that little Kari's working on. Yeah, it damn near did a backflip.
Yeah, that's what we were trying to demonstrate earlier.
What I was working with is probably way too light to try to get it to do that. But yeah, this thing's got a bit more heft to it, so. Though, in all fairness, if you could get just the right amount of nose out of the water like that, it can give you a lot of speed. Because then you don't have near as much of the hull making contact with the water. I think it's long enough, James. And I think James said at some point that he wants to see some boats fight each other. My phone is having a hard time trying to keep up with this stream for some damn reason. There we go. Oh no, not quite. Y'all good there, James? You need any help?
So far, okay.
Okay. Gonna see if I can catch up to little Kari here.
Then I'm about to have my second gun. Yeah, you might catch up pretty soon.
What'd you go with, 152 millimeter? That's like what, a 5-incher?
5-inch?
Yeah.
Yeah, 5-incher.
No, 5-inchers should be 127. That'd be a 6-inch. I think.
Why not?
That bow's tricky, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm trying to find a good one that fits right there.
You'll want the, hold on. I know which one you're looking for, I just can't remember. The wedge back 4 meter, that's the one you're looking for.
Yeah, it's about 6 inches.
Okay. There is a cup holder on there. Hey, Robert Dow, what's going on, man? Glad you can make it. But yeah, Mod Deuce, there is a cup holder here. Normally, on something like a boat, I just use a ship's wheel, but as small as the cabin is for this thing, there just wouldn't be enough room for it, so fudge it. See, the flares still work very well. There you go. I think you're getting it, James. Yeah, it is pretty big. Mod
Oh, it's not
Deuce
big
is
enough.
Which part?
he's commenting on the size of your ship there, James. I got this little darling that I was working on the other day too. Just meant to be like a cheap early game cram boat. This is just meant for like early game stuff. And I know I could probably use some decorations and some other nice things to make it look more interesting. There you go. If it doesn't fill in the end like that, it just means it's a different size block than what you have it set to. There you go. I'm just going to scrap the torpedo boat here. Nope, that was my pre-dreadnought. Oops. Oh well. Let's see here. Let's get this darling. James, I think you were watching me build this a couple of days ago.
Yeah, it was.
How you coming?
Pretty good.
All right. Something just blew up. Valkyrie, was that you're doing?
No.
That might have been when I removed that ship. At least I hope that's what it was. Now, just so you know, James, while you're working on this here, I usually try to go with something a little bit more wider because it gives the ship a lot more stability when it rolls left and right.
Generally having a very flat bottom
Yes.
works as well.
So just a heads up. Anyway, this is just a light cruiser I wanted to show off to you guys. It uses like 200 millimeter kinetics, I think it is. Been a while since I played with it. Just meant to be a fairly decent early game ship. So I think this thing would probably do okay, like maybe through mid game as well. Go see the little car he's fucking with over here. I'm building a superstructure already.
Yep.
Did you go with belt fed loaders?
Yeah.
Okay.
Considering I literally have very little space underneath there.
Yes. I can't say I blame you. That reminds me, I got a destroyer escort that I made the other day that was doing pretty good. I actually used this in that campaign that I was telling you about where I beat the game on very hard mode. This thing does amazingly well against the Steel Strider flyers. And I had a can't remember where the hell I saved it to. I gotta look up this thing, see where it's at. Yeah, there it is. I thought I had a painted version of this laying around somewhere, but I couldn't find it.
Some people seem to have a painted version of something they think they have and realizing they don't.
Yeah. Something just rammed something.
There's a monitor I still have mine up.
Well, I tell you what, Bear Mason. How about you? How would you feel about joining the next stream then? I think James would probably want to try doing another one from the depths if he's cool with that.
Oh,
What do you say, James?
absolutely.
Okay. I'm just coming over to check on you. Yeah, you made it a little bit wider. That's good. You need any help with that, or are you all good for the moment?
I'm more or less just poking things right now.
Oh, that's fine. Just let us know if you got questions. At some point, I don't know off the top of my head, to be honest, just yet. James, how would you feel about doing this again probably sometime on Monday night?
Let me find out.
I mean, if not, we could probably try for... well, I got something going on next Sunday, so I can't do it then.
Yeah, we can try tomorrow night.
Okay. Deuce, would that work for you? If you want to hop in with us? Okay. We usually start about 7 o'clock U.S. Central Time. And I think you have me on, I think you friended me on Discord, did you not? I think you did. Okay, good. So that way we'll be able to coordinate. Awesome. But I'm going to start taking some of my ships out of here, because that might start causing some lag issues after a while. There we go. Hello, Kari, have you had a... I'm sorry, I was just reading something. Madame Adus says, I could probably be in for a few hours if it's... Yeah, that's perfectly fine. We can make that work.
And what you were about to say now?
I was going to ask you if you had a chance to look at that battleship I sent you. The Mr. Crackish?
Not yet.
Okay. So while James is messing with that, you guys want to try or want to see me try to build a plane here?
Yeah.
Shouldn't take too long. Just trying to make sure that it doesn't disappear on me, because that's a pain in the ass. Ah, stop doing that, you piece of shit.
I'm kind of glad they had what is it? A search onto this game.
A what?
A search bar.
What do you mean?
You know where the checklist used to be? In the bottom right-hand corner?
Yeah. What about it?
That's a search bar.
Oh.
You can actually...
I did not know that. Cool.
Yeah, I just happened to look down, it's like, please let that be a search bar, please let that be a search bar. Oh, it is a search bar.
That's awesome. I've actually been needing something like that for a while. Oops, that's too long. And I probably don't need something this long, but I gotta keep it from despawning. Yeah, I think I'm gonna put a fuel engine in this thing. Actually, no, I gotta put it up here. And we're going to need dust pipes. And we'll give this thing some wings. Let's see here, we'll get some fuel storage. Put that in the front. And I think I'm going to skip this song, it's a little slow. That'll do. Okay. Oops, that's a wrong bit. There we go. Let's actually replace that with something else. Fuel engine, injector for a little bit more oomph. There we go. Hey, come in there, James. You need any help?
A
Oh, you want with something smaller, I see.
little smaller.
How's that working out for you?
Yeah, we'll find out.
Okay, then. How do we do this nonsense? There we go. Give this a little more oomph. Oops. There we go. Airplane. And make it fly a little more nicer, we're going to pop one of these in here. And we'll enable a pitch control. Much better. What's going on, Lokari?
Nothing much, just trying to get this ship to work properly.
Oh, that same one you were still fucking with earlier?
Yes.
Okay.
That might actually help me. Oh, my problem, because apparently I forgot to include a frickin'... Oh well.
Did I miss something?
Yeah, apparently I forgot to re-add the transmission after I deleted it.
Oh yeah, you probably might need some shit like that. Yeah.
Because without the transmission, ship will constantly go forward.
Pretty much. Yeah. No, don't need that. Oop, that's not good. Where'd my plane go? There it is. There we go. Copy that shit to the clipboard. And got that. Oops. And there's my plane. We see an airplane in its natural habitat. Going to fly around wonky, preparing to shoot stuff.
And if you looked over mine, you would have seen a Corvette in its natural habitat, flying off into space.
Yeah, trying to get those steam engines sorted out could be a bitch. I see you're using the old rudder trick for roll control.
Yes.
Excuse
The only
me.
small problem is it likes to submerge itself.
Yeah, I see that. You think you might have given it a bit too much oomph in the what is it? You're doing something to it, and I can't remember what it was. I think you're changing the pitch of the propellers.
No.
Was that it?
I think I need to reduce the weight.
Possibly.
I also paid. Can someone get the tracker beam in my ship over here? There.
Do you want me to
There's
reel you
no
back
way
in?
Yeah.
Well, if I knew which new vehicle this was... Oh, wait, that's James.
Wee.
Hmm. Maybe it's this one? Yep, it's that one. Okay, reeling you back in. Oh, shit. You're seeing this, right, little Kari?
Yes. It's called Mountain in the way.
Yeah. You might want to save that,
Agreed.
because I don't think any good's going to come out of this.
Where are the propellers at?
Go
Water.
underwater?
Oh,
Like-
that's right.
Yeah. You're going to have a hell of a time trying to put them on here.
Try to get the tracker beam because as long as I am very careful, I won't destroy this block I'm currently sitting on.
Did you save it? Because it's despawning
Yeah.
right now. Okay.
Yeah, but it's being noticed by repairs. Well,
I turned off the thing. Wait, if you're a host, can't you like do repairs to it with the build mode tools?
nope.
Okay. Do you want to just spawn in a new one then?
Sure.
Okay. Yeah, that didn't work out very well. Sadly. Can we your friend new ship? Oh, the boat? Yeah, it's... I don't think Lokari meant for it to be amphibious. You got a shell made for this yet, Lokari?
Yep.
What'd you go with?
Hash.
Yeah, that seems to work good about any size.
Yeah, and I really don't like that because it's like, I want to use another shell that... But I want to try to use armor piercing, but that requires me to use rail guns, but that's not a very good choice for a ship this small.
Oh, you wanted to see Lil Kari's boat? It's actually not a bad looking little boat there.
Yep.
How fast are you? That's not. That's respectable.
Well, I haven't put it on full drive yet.
Oh, okay. Huh. It's not like doing anything weird on you where it just looks like you only have like two of the pistons hooked up to one of the crankshafts. And you got the one on the other side, you only have one. Is that affecting things at all?
Just affecting the speed, but the main reason why is because I have to put the transmission in there.
Right. It'll work without the transmission, though I don't know if you'd want to. Or, you know, you could just add like another 3 or 4 meters to the back of it. Just throwing it out there. Oh, I think my plane crashed. Nope, that's actually James' boat. Whee! That's what happens when you have the center of mass out of balance. Having fun there?
This is great.
Surprised you're
I
not
could
getting
just
any
move
motion
the pallet
sickness from
back.
that.
One.
There's your problem. Your center of mass is between 2 blocks. You need to get it lower. Or higher. Not actually, just a little bit lower. Mind if I try something?
Okay, go for it.
Okay. Let's see if that lowered it enough for you. Not quite. Alright, try her now. Added a bit more of a keel to the bottom of it. It's still flipping over. What did you do?
Angered the gods, apparently.
Whee!
Having fun there?
It's a hybrid boat airplane.
I guess. Holy shit. Maybe I made it too heavy adding all that lead to the bottom? That might be it. Yeah, the prop seemed like it might have been a little low, but that's seems like he's got it fairly well evened out now.
Well, that's only 8% power.
Really? Okay. I think you need to make it a little bit bigger. Could just widen it up a bit. I think that would fix some of this. Perfect time to teach PID. I don't know if I want to make James' head explode tonight, bud. Although... Try it now, James. I tried changing the pitch of your propeller to see if that make any difference.
Oh, that's a world of a difference.
I know, right?
We're lucky because steam propellers don't have that
Yes, they do.
identity issue. No, they do have the pitch control, but they don't show it.
Oh, okay. I think I want to reduce this a bit to maybe like 3 so you don't bob as much. That's a bit better, isn't it? Yeah. But there's a trick that you can go into the thruster settings and change the pitch so that way it won't like do this kind of stuff. I gotta say, James, you got a lot more patience than a lot of people who play this, because I know several who probably would have just thrown the mouse against the wall and just said fuck it by now.
Right.
Oh, I know, because I'm one of them.
Premier's in a straight line and no flying boat.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
Yeah.
$250 hours? Yeah? Did you just stop playing? I mean, I can't say I blame you. There's a lot of shit that went down here over the last several months. Sound about right?
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of things just kind of went to shit.
Yeah, I don't really blame you. Especially with the AP nerf a few months back.
I think I'm going to spawn in a Marauder here.
Everyone's favorite punching bag.
Yes. Someone be sure to grab it and turn its AI off. Never mind, I got it. I just wanted to see if my plane would attack it correctly. It seems like it. Are we getting any hits on it? Barely. I did a little damage. I think I got like a little wooden torpedo bomber somewhere. They're just kind of making this thing for shits and giggles. And this thing's only like 5K, give or take. This thing was giving me so many issues with yaw control, it was driving me crazy. That seems like the fighter works okay. Aside from it shooting off its own propeller. That reminds me, I didn't put any repair bots in this damn thing. Last time you played is in April? Yeah, that's a ways back there. No, August 3rd? Okay, still, that's a little ways back there. I was going to put something in this, and I can't remember what the hell it was. Oh yeah, repair bot. And boom. Love torpedoes. Arguably the best weapon in from the depths. How's your thing coming along, Lokari?
Oh, fine. Just doing some minor adjustments here and there.
Did you sort out the issue with your
Yeah.
pitch?
It's quicker if I just go into control, get the ABC out.
Oh, Mason, you're talking about this torpedo plane here? I was surprised by how cheap this damn thing is. And for some reason, it always wants to like just drop one torpedo and it launches the other one forward. Kind of weird like that. James, where'd you go? Is that you off in the distance, I see? Nope, that's the Marauder.
I think so. Oh.
Yeah, I can't even see where the hell you went. I think I found you. How you doing?
Pretty good.
It's like you're riding a giant jet ski.
So how would I see this?
If you tap E when you're out of build mode, you should be able to detach your camera, and then tap E again, and then you can basically do whatever you want with the camera.
Like, how do I save it? Like the blueprint.
Oh, hit escape.
Escape, save vehicle.
Yep. And look, Kari is turned into a submarine here.
Yeah, that's the one problem with this ship.
Which is...
The picture here keeps being wonky.
just a bit, yeah.
Honestly, I have enough buoyancy to not have these air pumps in here.
Probably, since you made most of the hull out of alloy. James, you despawn your boat? Or did you just take
I
it
did.
apart? Okay. So do we want to try to make a few ships fight each other?
Yeah, that sounds fun.
Okay. You pulled up one of the prefab hulls?
Yeah, I did. Just poking it.
Okay.
Here's something funny. Everyone keeps complaining about how helium pumps are more buoyant than air pumps. Well, the helium pump just saved my ship from backflipping.
It's crazy, but it works.
Yep.
Not that crazy.
So you get to set the AI in this. Box, stone.
This thing needs more power. Does anyone remember that show, Home Improvement?
Somewhat, surprisingly.
Yeah, I wouldn't know if you would have been old enough to remember it.
That's why I said surprisingly.
James, are you trying to make something new there?
Something.
Oh. Still poking around at the prefabs, are you?
Yeah.
Okay.
The largest. Yeah, this would be fine actually. Eh. This has a range. HP.
I think the Marauder is AI dead. Yep.
Anything above us learn how to do the torpedoes.
I'm gonna cap that Marauder so we can just despawn it. Oh, that's something I forgot to tell you, James. If you manage to kill the AI in an enemy ship and board it, you can capture it for yourself.
Oh, neat.
Yeah. A lot of people out there will say that it's cheesy, but I really don't care, so yeah. It's a good way to get a lot of materials really fast. Because then you can just scrap it all down. Well, Kari, is that you way the hell out of here?
Yes.
Ugh. Not a bad speed for a boat that size. I see you redone the engine just a bit.
Yep. Be circling around 3,000 meters. Approach angle. .30. Spell size.
James, you need some help building something out there?
I'm just walking around.
Oh, okay. I just keep seeing that message, too few blocks and despawning, so it had me worried that there's something going on over there.
Oh yeah, this Corvette has 252 millimeter guns, which is roughly 6 inches,
Yeah.
plus a back complement of 3 torpedoes.
Frag torpedoes can be nasty, though I usually make them a hell of a lot longer. 28.4 RPM for the main guns, that's not too bad. Though you might want to try swapping out some of those auto loaders for coolers. I think you could probably squeeze a bit more performance out of it. Because your auto loader limit is like 64.1 and your cooling limit is like 28.4. I'm surprised that these planes are still flying. I would have thought they would have ran out of materials. Or maybe I spoke too soon. No? That one's still got materials. It's just barely sipping on it. Never mind the fact that it's using an injector engine. James, did you say you have some trouble with engines the other day?
Not since I've discovered pre-made engines.
Okay. Is this another one of the prefabs? That thing is freaking tiny.
It is.
You want to see one of my battleships? That one seems like it's behaving a bit better, doesn't it?
Yeah, this version definitely is behaving much better. No more flipping out. It's actually somewhat stable in a turn.
Ugh. Excuse me.
Oh yeah, the torpedoes. I forgot to mention something about them. They go in a straight line, 73 meters per second.
That's not bad. Not bad at all. Most torpedoes I've seen in the campaign do like maybe 30 to 40 meters a second. Yeah, I agree, Madus. I'm assuming you're talking about capturing vehicles. He's saying, hey, it's in the game for a reason, so now I have an actual reason to listen to Pirates of the Caribbean music while playing now. Does he want to blow stuff up? Yeah, you want to blow some shit up, James?
Yeah, sounds fun.
Okay. Trying to think of something that I could probably spawn in that won't be too powerful. Or just make it lag like a bitch here. I got an idea. I'll bring this guy back and then I'll spawn in another one on another team. We'll put you on Onyx Watch.
There. Delay of point.
Alright, you make a pretty good mess of things. Of course, these are just little bitty boats. You can get way bigger than that.
Oh yeah, much bigger.
Like something that's like 3 football fields long. I think the biggest one that I've ever worked on, though, was probably 700 meters long. Ships seem like they're running away from each other, doesn't it?
Oh no.
Oh no, what?
Flying ship.
Are you dancing a jig again?
Yep.
Well, that's good to know those work correctly. I got some sonar decoy deployers on that light cruiser. Seem to be doing the job.
I'm currently going 52 meters per minute. Or per second.
Why?
Combat maneuvering.
Oh, okay.
Because it's quite a distance away. The AI of the bulwark doesn't. Oh, the light cruiser up there. They recognize me as a serious threat.
There's so many other ones, though. I think I might have went a little crazy on the missile interceptors. Yeah, that is kind of annoying. Be nice if you could turn that off, huh? He's asking about the notifications that are up in the top left side. Material gather, blah 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 blah. Gotta say though, I built this thing to take a pounding. Yeah, only I don't think you could get rid of it other than by hitting F9, so kind of a pain in the butt, if I'm being honest here. That's funny. Oh my god, that's funny. The missiles that the light cruiser keeps firing, they're heat-seeking, and they're not going for either one of the planes. And they're both using injector engines.
Well, that's not the main reason why is because I have a heat decoy on my ship.
I was wondering what the fuck was going on with that.
Because of this, they keep coming after me.
Yeah. I think we're about to hit the edge of the world here. Yeah. People keep telling me kinetic is supposed to be the new meta now, but I'm just not seeing it right now. Oh, what do you think of kinetic, Lokari?
Yeah, they certainly improved it.
Yeah, but it didn't need to be the meta. Let's hope it works better under stress. Yeah. What the hell is shooting at it now? Lokari, is that you?
Yeah.
Where are you shooting those from?
Which ones are you talking about? Are you talking about torpedoes?
Something. I thought I saw a bunch of missiles coming at the light cruiser here.
No, I have torpedoes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this thing's got decoys, so they're probably not going to go for it. It's at 86%, but we've been shooting at it for a while now. So it does probably have like about 5 repair bots. I think most of its main guns are knocked out. Nope. Still got a few left. But all the ones on the back are knocked out. Maybe only half the ones on the front still work. I think I might need a mix and match shell types. Maybe alternate it with maybe pure HE. I do build them tanky though, don't I? You think I would have been dead by now? God damn. Propulsion's completely knocked out. AI's just sitting in a big stone box in there, hardly been touched at all. All the front turrets are essentially gone. Up, she's starting to roll over. So James, when we go to do this tomorrow, is there anything in particular you want to look at now that you've had a chance to poke around some?
We could do like movement commands and all that stuff. You know, how to move ships around using AI.
Yeah, if you think you could throw together a ship, we can do that.
Yeah.
And my light cruiser just bounced off the edge of the world. Remember back when it didn't care, you just went off the edge and kept on going. Kinda miss those days.
Same here.
But what the hell do we know? We're not game developers. God, this thing's got so many roll problems. Torpedo bomber's still trying to get it. Where did the other plane I make go to? You know, Lucar, your ship kind of reminds me of a light cruiser I used to have where it had a similar kind of setup up front with the main guns.
In the Pagoda Tower.
Not necessarily a pagoda tower, but... Let's see here. Might be able to find a picture of it. God, I got so much shit on the workshop. I'm gonna send you a picture. You can kind of see what I mean, where the superstructure is over the top of the main guns, like you got there.
Oh, no wonder I set the wrong. That was distance, not altitude.
How much this thing is worth anyway? Surprisingly cheaper than the torpedo bomber. Dude, so this little fighter plane that I made, it's cheaper than my bomber by like 3,000 materials.
I just love if you select drop as a bomb for these torpedoes, they just get launched into the air.
Really?
Yeah.
Did not know that. I guess that ship died, finally. There's a lot of kicking and screaming before it killed over, though. Actually, I could probably do you one better, Deuce. Or Mason. Let's see here. Streamboat. The old Bannockburn class cruiser. Now this isn't optimized for this version or from the depths, mind you. Oh shit. I had it spawn in under Onyx Watch, but oops. But this is what it looks like there, Mason.
And my ship is like, run away or run away!
Yeah, I forgot that I had it set to spawn in under the Onyx Watch.
Oh yeah, I see what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm. I ran out of room to do a proper superstructure, so that's why I did it that way. I honestly wasn't too pleased with how it looked, but I just ran with it. It's actually a little on the expensive to... Yeah, that's almost like a 500k ship. Like I said, it's not actually, it's not really that well optimized for this. That looks really clean. Thank you. That like 1000% overshadows the look of my ships. Dude, it's just like anything else. Just practice. You should have seen the ships that I had in the 300 subscribers special. Those things were garbage compared to this. But if you want to see something that looks really classy, I got something with kind of a pre-dreadnought look that's I really, really like the look of here. Where are you? Yes, the Terra Dominatus class. Now this thing is sexy as hell. Of course, I gotta kill the AI for it. She's a big girl.
Alright, which ship could I not be shooting at?
Yeah, it took a lot of mimic work to get that thing looking as good as it does. If I could just get my camera back over there. Whoa, hello. That looks familiar. Hey James, check out this turret that Lilakari put together on the platform.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. So I've been designing in my off time. A 6-barrel Tillman gun. And I believe I'm actually shooting through at the ship.
I wouldn't be surprised if you were. Mason says it's clean as fuck. I put a lot of work into the looks of this thing, so yeah, thank you for noticing. But this thing is an absolute beast. 400mm 4-meter guns. Yeah, the guns are pretty expensive. Look, are you getting some good blood confetti off of that?
Yeah. It's 406 pure railgun APHG.
You did knock out some of the lambs on the inside. Just thought you'd want to know. Looks like you took out Bannockburn. No. No, that's something else entirely. It looks like one of my ships beached itself, the little light cruiser here.
Well, I kind of helped it.
What'd you do? Did you steer it onto the island?
I steered it into the island.
Oh, okay. Normally you want to be careful with that because it causes a shit ton of lag in the game.
Yeah. Also, I appear to knocked out one of your turrets.
I'm not surprised.
Correction, 2 of your turrets. With the bigger...
I can't remember if that thing uses ejectors or not, but... But I think this ship uses roughly the same size shells your Tillman mains do there, Lilakari.
They're 6 millimeters below.
And from the depths, that's nothing.
Of course, there's one small problem with this gun design. It uses a lot of power.
Oh, no doubt. How much are these turrets, Lokari?
That's fine. But you remember.
Inquiring minds
turrets?
need to know.
The base cost of the turret is
Yes.
316,062 materials.
So, yeah, that's more expensive than my light cruiser.
And I'm planning to have 4 of these on my ship.
Really? I thought you were going to do like 6.
No,
Though I don't know if we could handle 6 of those. At least the power issues would... Yeah.
of course, I do have an accuracy problem due to the simple fact of the recoil on it.
If you widen the neck a bit, you might be able to get some recoil absorbers in there. Wouldn't be much, though.
Yeah.
Every little bit would help, though. I haven't seen the inside of the gun housing yet, so...
I think there's space, I think. Then again, there might be just a 1 layer of metal.
There's 1 layer of metal on top. And something is lagging like a bitch out there.
Well, the ship found land.
Which one?
Which one do you think?
The Terra Dominatus?
Yeah.
That's bad.
Yeah, there's no way you're going to get enough recoil absorbers on here.
Well, not with that attitude.
Just for the weak one, it's like 15,126 recoil per second.
I was just thinking, though, in these areas where you have in between the... you might be able to get like some 8-meter or some more 8-meter recoil absorbers here in between the left and right sides. It looks like you try to do that in a few places.
Yeah.
Sure you don't think you'll have room here in the gun housing? You do a little bit, not much. Okay.
Yeah.
What kind of accuracy are you getting out of them then?
They're still near the ones that actually have enough recoil absorbers on the first shots, 0.22. The mill, split the gun housing in half. The mill ones are at 0.32.
.32. Yeah, that's not going to be
Much.
Yeah. Metamod Deuce says, wow, that's over 1 mil. Yeah. If he's going to have like 4 of those, that's going to put you at what, like 1.2 million materials, something like that for...
Just for the guns? Yeah.
Are you doing like an ABXY?
Yep.
Okay. What if you just made the turret a little taller and just put recoil absorbers on the... Actually, you might have some room here in the bottom to put recoil absorbers. You got tons of room down here.
Yeah, actually, now you mention, yeah.
Yeah, you could totally make use of that. I do like how your gun housing turned out, though. Very nice.
Yeah. I'm surprised that there's very few decorations.
I think I'm going to spawn something in to get rid of Terra Dominatus there, but I'm going to do it under the right team this time. Yeah, this probably do the job. The Kingdom Come Mark II. For when something really needs to die in a hurry. James, what you been up to? I haven't heard from you in a while, man.
Oh, I'm just watching you.
Oh, okay. Actually, if we want to have some real fun, check this guy out. This might hurt a bit, because this thing's like fucking huge. Get a look at that, James. Tell me that doesn't scream pain.
Dude, I love the cigarette in the mouth.
That was actually Heitzmeister's idea. It's actually a cram cannon.
Engaging now.
And this thing just tears right through Scarlet Dawn. Actually, I don't know if we'd be able to spawn that in a campaign. Are you talking about Lilakari's Tillman battleship? Or are you talking about Thor Odinson here? Also, James, check out the eyes on that thing.
Laser eyes.
I know, right? How metal is that?
Brutal.
Totally brutal. Though we might want to start wrapping it up here. It's almost like 10 o'clock. We don't need the wives yelling at us.
Right.
But yeah, if you're down for doing this again, 7 o'clock tomorrow, I am up for that.
Sounds good to me.
Okay. Madam Madu says, what crack were you on when I built this? I was on Amon Amarth, my friend. That's what inspired it. This thing right here was designed to kill Scarlet Dawn. With emphatic glee.
can tell my shells are overpaying now.
I imagine there's not a whole hell of a lot left. Yeah. I thought that's what we were talking about earlier there, Mason. You said you wanted to join us tomorrow. We're perfectly fine with that. Just meet us on my Discord about 30 minutes to an hour before. We'll get you in on this. No, this tomorrow. Sorry, I should have been more specific. But yeah, you're welcome to join us. Finally, that thing's dying. You fuckers can say what you will about Dama, but he does not build glass cannons. It wasn't even shooting back and it still took forever to die.
Well, since we show off our designs,
Yeah, do you got something to show us real quickly, Kari?
unfortunately most of my designs are still work in progress because I'm still rebuilding the ships I've lost over the years.
Okay. No biggie.
Though I do have one gun set I did have.
What's that?
Yeah. You already seen it before, but I'm pretty sure most of the chat hasn't seen it. I'm probably wondering what the hell I was on when I made it. Need to find it.
Well, don't keep us waiting.
Ah, there it is.
Continuous lasers are so much fun.
Now, the Tillman guns weren't the first six barrel turret I made.
Oh?
Yeah, I somehow made this monstrosity here.
Kinky.
Yeah, surprise, it
130.
works.
Hmm.
Yeah, I somehow made this.
Squash head. Ooh, that's a nasty squash head. What are those, 3-meter loaders?
2 meters.
2 meters? Okay, 3-meter loaders. Okay.
Oh yeah, 3 meters. But
Yeah,
yeah.
you had me doing a double take there.
Same here. It's like you forgot how to count blocks apparently.
Sometimes I can do it at a glance. But yeah, we'll see if we can't think of something to do on Labor Day here, Mason. I might try to get Ion Mark III in on it, though I don't know if they do Labor Day there in jolly old England. He works retail, so who the hell knows? I think Bannockburn's finally down. All right. Well, does anyone else have something they want to say or do before we end this? James, you all good?
Yeah, I'm controlling your blue ship.
Oh, okay. The airship?
Yeah.
That's pretty badass, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I don't think there's a lot of YouTubers that could pull off something that looks like that. And have it still be effective. But I'm just going to stop right there. I'm going to rant. You just did a belly flop there.
We.
I actually ripped the skull off of this from another build that me and Lil Kari helped Heitzmeister with, the Under Jolly Roger. That thing was pretty beastly too, as I recall. Anyway, I'd like to thank you all for watching. This has been Dama.82 with Jimcdr and Lil Kari. Hope y'all had fun watching this. If you like what I'm doing, please let me know with a comment, like, or a subscription. Have yourself a hell of a day, and keep your armor high. Later.
Have a good night.
Yep. See you, everyone.